Welcome to my garden. It's the last installment in the Unfinished Love series story. And look at this. What a beautiful omen from Mother Earth. My hibiscus plant just bloomed into a gorgeous yellow flower, and there is another one getting ready to blossom as well. It's a wonderful omen because hibiscus is usually associated with happiness, joy, optimism, and this is exactly what I wish now upon you all. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. I'm super happy to have you here with me because today it's a very special color energy reading and the last installment in the Unfinished Love Story series. The series is called Unfinished Love Story because it's basically a blueprint that invites you to create your own love story. My challenge has been to provide you with ample information, insight, and also lots of symbols and synchronicities to help you manifest the love of your life. You do know that as a powerful creator, you get to have a say in what goes on in your love life. If you choose to give up on love, if you don't care about it anymore, then chances are that you're going to live a loveless life. But if you decide to believe in it, if you hold fast your vision and do not give up on it no matter what, chances are that this will manifest. In certain cases, for some of us, it manifests quicker than for others, depending on some of the karmic markers that you have in your birth chart as well. Because as you know, that tarot and astrology and energy readings combine to give us the spiritual blueprint of our soul's development in this lifetime. And love is the highest vibration of all. So whenever I read some of the mean comments in the comment section, when people just say, oh, I gave up on love, or tarot is BS, or this is funny, you gave such a imaginative interpretation, but I don't care about love anymore, I'm never gonna find my lover, la 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 la. Well, that's what's going to happen, my love, you know? This is it. You're a powerful manifester. If you choose to curse yourself, then so be it. It's your will. And angels, ancestors, and even God is just going to allow you to do your bidding. But if instead you actually decide to put in the work and actually show determination and perseverance, that in spite of all of the external markers that are pressuring you to give up on your belief, you actually show determination, you are actually going to be rewarded. So for all of my true love warriors out there, my spiritual warriors who believe in love, who want to manifest love, who are filled with imagination, creativity, and visions, this is for you, my loves. I cannot be more thrilled that you're part of my soul family, and this is why I am creating these types of readings. But, you know, the garden of God is big, and we need all types of people in the world, so I'm grateful even for those that leave snide and sarcastic comments in my section. I welcome you all, God bless you all, and thank you for being here. Now let me show you how this color energy reading works. So if you've been playing along with the series, you know that you needed to have at least 2 choices of the same kind in order to unlock energy reading number 6. So unlocking basically means you don't even need to make a choice right now, you just go directly to your color. If you had 2 moon grays or more than 2 moon grays, then go directly to moon gray. If you had more than 2 burnt siennas, go directly to burnt sienna pile. If you are new here and you haven't been playing along, then you will have to actually focus on the colors right now and make a choice. I deliberately placed them from lightest to darkest. We have here for group 1 the moon gray color. We have for group 2 metallic copper. We have for group 3 burnt sienna. We have for group 4 raw umber. Okay, and there's another special tidbit that I added. It's not only that I'll be using the color of your choice in order to dunk it into water and give you a reading, but also you will unlock an oracle card, and the oracle card is going to show you the love story that matches most with your personality, with your life path, with your destiny. And these oracle cards are major arcana taken from the gorgeous The Lover's Path Tarot. I keep hitting my little jar of water because it's in the center there. So we have here the Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Waldherr, and all of the tarot and oracle cards that I'm using in this reading, I'm laughing because it's just one. This oracle deck will be linked in the description box below, but aside from this, no tarot or oracle cards are being harmed in the creation of this video. We are just going to play with colors, or I will do it on behalf of you guys. Okay, so all this being said, I set up my messy water station over here. I put a carton, and I also have my little golden tray with the symbol of the Mother Maiden and the crone. This is a symbol of Hecate, magic and witchcraft, so that we can have protection while I'm doing this energy reading. So I would like you guys right now to go directly to your color, unlock your mythic love story oracle card, and also enjoy this reading. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your beautiful comments, for your gifts, for your likes. I'm also uploading short form readings on Instagram and TikTok, so make sure to follow me there as well, and make sure to also have a look at my website, thespiritualsocial.com, where you can see my personal reading services, but also you can read articles on topics that I find really interesting, like astrology, music, film, and very soon I will have a video game recommendation post, because I've been playing a lot of games recently, and yeah, I really want to share with you some of the gorgeous things that I was also taking part of. As always, you guys know, when I find something I love to share it with you all. Thank you so much for playing in this series, and now let's jump straight into the details of your mythic love story. What can you expect? Hey group 1, hello my moon gray crew, welcome to your color energy reading. So this is a reading for those of you that were specifically drawn to the moon gray color, or you played along with the series and you matched this color at least 2 times. You may have matched it the whole 5 options, which is phenomenal. Your intuition is mad. Or maybe you just had it twice, you had a match, which is great. Keep practicing, boo, you're going to become legendary. Okay, so before we jump straight into your color energy reading, I need to give you an oracle card. You have a special delivery. You have post from the universe in this beautiful Wonderland packaging. So as we open it, what do we see? You got card number 11. This is the Justice card in the Major Arcana, and as you can see, you were dealt, or you were given, the inspirational love story between Penelope and Odysseus. So you may also know Odysseus through the name Ulysses as well. The story of Penelope and Odysseus is told in Homer's The Odyssey. Though Odysseus had been gone for 10 long years, Penelope waited loyally for his return. However, she was overwhelmed with suitors who wished to fill the empty place in her marital bed. Through her cleverness, she managed to delay their advances. Pretending to be a new suitor, Odysseus finally won a contest that Penelope had devised, and he slew all the suitors before claiming his wife anew. What a gorgeous classic love story, and it's all about confident patience. It's about justice being done and lovers being reunited. It's kind of also the story of love being re-won and rekindled, fighting once more for your spouse, for the one that got away. So it could be that your love life may carry some of the characteristics of the story between Penelope and Odysseus. Let's see what further clues I can give you. I'm just going to select one brush, dip it into water, and I'm going to pop open the color. It's already quite messy because I've been playing along. I even have like a messy finger. But let's see. I'm going to squeeze some over here on this carton. It looks like a little turd. Anyway, I'm not doing this color any justice. It's so beautifully kind of like light beige, milky. Okay, we will see how it looks in the water because it may appear a little bit like a phantom. But basically, I want to give you right now more signs and synchronicity you should be on the lookout when you are considering opening your heart to love again. Okay, let's bring it closer. And there we go. So, what do I see here? I see a skull. I see a skull that is made of white jade. I see a hand and a white lotus extending itself. I see the rings of Saturn and the northern part of the globe. It could be that your ideal lover comes from Nordic countries that are in the north part of the globe. So anything up above from the Tropic of Cancer. I see a tea and the koi fish, somebody from Japan. We're being drawn to, I'm hearing Taoist spirituality. I see two things splitting, falling in love with somebody and then being separated, much like in the story of Penelope and Odysseus. 3. Potentially a situation in which you were made to feel like the third party, but eventually it will bloom into a beautiful family. You will be chosen out of that situation. You'll be able to have a family. Oh, I see a heron. The bird, a heron. A herald of good news. Also a very serious bird. Let's put some more. Let's put a dollop. I don't know if I'm going to use my chopstick. Put a dollop. Whoa. Okay, I see a dragon. A person potentially born in the lunar year of the dragon. I have little dots, putting in the effort step by step. A love that is built slowly in time. I see eyes. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. Do you see them over here? The background. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. Somebody wants you, craves you, wants to be close to you. I'm hearing somebody saying, what a beautiful mess. I'm also hearing somebody say, we are playing right now with clay. Somebody may be eating clay. Neptune. As you can see, I mean, it's natural that the water becomes cloudy, but I see here you cannot lift something up to the surface. It's difficult. It's difficult to get a connection running smoothly, to lift it up off the ground. You may be wondering, why am I not being dated? Why do I begin relationships in a way, but they don't continue? I'm seeing here Neptune. You have to let them go. I see a horse, like over here. It's like I accidentally created a little horse. Horse is your animal spirit in love. It could also be a symbol, like you may see a horse on the car of your soulmate. It may be on maybe a shirt that your soulmate is wearing when you meet them, or a cap. As you guys know, these color energy readings can go all over the place, okay? So I'm just telling you whatever I see. I see here somebody with broad shoulders. Over here in the background, you see? Broad shoulders, and I see the roof of a house, like a traditional house. Thatched roof, slanted a little bit. You may build a house together. Somebody with broad shoulders, almost like they're a volleyball player or they are a swimmer. So the planet Neptune, I don't think I finished that thought, but the planet Neptune may be having a very big weight in your personal connections. You may not be able to see your partners clearly. Meeting somebody around Halloween time. Having a relationship with a person who is very tall and lanky. As you can see here, A or J, G. Okay. Let's give it a swirl. What happens now if we put a little bit more color inside of it? Gosh, I think that's it. I don't know. This has been very... Anything else? Oh, wait. Somebody with a tear tattooed on their face. I see here a person that may have already 2 children by the time you meet. Okay, see? The moment when you let it go, when you think that's it, messages keep coming through, and all of a sudden there's color and there's animation and there are all sorts of tiny symbols around. Overcoming turbulent times. I see here an octopus and 2 cats. Making your way through challenges. I see an elephant. So an elephant as a symbol of being determined to break through any obstacles, any impediments. Your love life requires you to be determined to make sense of confusing love situations. Just when you say to yourself, I've given up on love, that's when things start moving again. You never need to be too sure, because the moment where you are too sure, that's the moment when it feels like love stagnates and nothing is happening. Look at this. 2 souls gravitating around each other, but not really meeting in the center yet. What's prohibiting them from meeting in the center? Let's see if we twist and turn a little bit. What's prohibiting these 2 souls from making contact and meeting one another? I see here a V. I also see here ambition, professional goals. Look, one of them is actually chasing the other one. Professional goals, definitely. Other options. One of you in this love connection is keeping their options open. And the other one is very much into his professional development. That's why love cannot thrive. You're not concentrating on making this manifest. You're both giving up on it just when it needs some sort of commitment the most. What else do I see? Yeah, definitely. You see 3 parties. There's even a 4th one in the background there. But I think no. The 4th one keeps coming back and appearing and then disappearing. 2 souls, they want to be together, but there are other individuals that are blocking them. And these individuals sometimes may even get intimate with one another. Wow. Anything else? The eye of the storm. You need to weather a couple of storms in your love life before you can make a true commitment to someone. And you really need to show patience, determination, and to keep making the commitment. I love you. I will stick with you. I'm not going to give up on you. No matter how tempting it would be to replace a lover with work, or how tempting it would be to substitute your current lover for somebody else, somebody better. I think this is the overarching message, and I feel like it fits really well with the Penelope and Odysseus story that was given to you as your mythic love story. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this series. Go back right now and rewatch all of the other options so you can have an arcane glimpse of this entire series and how it works. Thank you. See you in my next one. Bye bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to episode 6 in the Unfinished Love Story series. This is your color energy reading, and this is for those of you who are my metallic copper crew, okay? You may have matched this at least 2 times as you were playing along, making choices throughout the series, or you're brand new to this pickacard and you just were drawn to this color. It's one of my favorite as well, I have to admit. Before I jump into the color energy reading itself, you have special delivery, okay? You have an oracle card showing here the details of your mythic love story, and this mythic love story is Arcana number 1, the magician or magic in this text, and it is the love story between Merlin and Viviane. When we think of magic, we often think of Merlin. Famed as the influential advisor and wizard to King Arthur, Merlin fell in love in the winter of his life with the lovely Viviane. In time, Viviane used the very spells Merlin taught her to entrap him. Ultimately, the magic that empowered Merlin all his life had been undone by the only thing more powerful: love. So this is a love story you don't hear that much about. It's actually quite niche, quite unique. And I think these are the energies at play in your love life as well. You tend to fall in love with unique individualists. I feel that this could be a love story as well that involves an age gap. So you may fall in love with somebody that's wiser, older, potentially even richer or more powerful than you. This is very much a teacher-disciple kind of dynamic. You learn something from the master, but then you become so good at that skill that you trap the master himself. Okay, I'm gonna leave this card over here. I'm going to bring the camera just a little bit closer. I'm gonna take the metallic copper and blur, maybe squeeze a couple of bits over there. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. This is all very much improvised in the spur of the moment. And now, all this being said, let's grab a brush. I have a lot of brushes here, so I'm kind of struggling to figure out which one, but I'm just gonna go with this one. And let's see, what other signs, symbols, and synchronicities can I give you related to the manifestation of a love story that fits with you, that maybe even fits with your astrology to a large extent? Difficult beginnings, shy beginnings. In order to fall in love with somebody, you really need to focus on love. You've got the mind of a researcher. You are exceedingly rational in your personal connections. You could have Venus conjunct Uranus. I see here you're well connected, lots of friends, wide network, large groups that you may be part of. You enjoy getting to know people. You enjoy keeping your partners in a loophole. But it's very hard for people to get intimate with you, get close to you. Or you may find this in your personal connections. You may have these on and off episodic connections, these situationships. Yeah. There is no continuity. You begin something and it comes in and then out of your life. Metal in general, metal colors are more difficult to dilute. So you stand out, you're unique, but your love life is somehow within the bounds of some difficult energies. Yeah. I see here the need to think outside of the box, to be very open-minded in love. Traditional approaches do not work for you. You may shock people. There we go, a little bit over here. You may shock people from time to time with your choices, with your decisions. Let me bring it closer. You're not meant to necessarily fall in love with somebody. Yeah, look at that. Just drops, droplets, life rings. You're not meant to fall in love with somebody from the same culture as you. You have to travel. You have to meet somebody outside of your system. People need to give you different perspectives. I see the letter S. I see the letter T. I see inklings. A smile here, a shy hug there, a kiss from time to time. But there is a fear of getting too close, a fear of being intimate with people. You have to warm up to people. You have to do things with people before you're able to loosen up a little bit. So engaging in activities like going for a walk as your first date or going go-kart racing, this is really good for you. It gets you into a more relaxed state of mind, and you can think about getting to know the other person rather than worry so much about how you're being perceived. Let's see if I can put a bigger dollop. Will it fall? Yeah, you tend to really stick to people that appear in your life. You find it very hard to let them go. But you tend to have detached relationships with them. Not very deep, not too intense. It's hard. You see, it's hard for the color to blend. And that is part due to its metallic properties. But I think this is also an indication that it's hard for people to get to know the real you. Oh, I see here the goddess Hathor, the goddess of the home. Some of you first need to buy your first home or solve some issues at home, issues related to inheritance, to the care of a mother figure. And only then are you able to meet the love of your life. There's something here related to your heritage, your culture, traveling away from it and then returning to it and appreciating it in a different light. I'm trying to kind of make more dabs and see if this will change the process. Let's see. Maybe if I smear. Yeah, you see, they're just disjointed. It's a lot of episodic relationships, things that are fragmented. Such a powerful energy of the planet Uranus, the chaos bringer, the change maker. You're meant to be a non-conformist in love. You're meant to have a variety of love connections with other people. You're not meant to be a traditional lover. I'm sorry to say this. I see here very clearly that this is the destiny of an individual that's meant to break taboos. And one taboo could be falling in love with somebody that is older than you. Or you, when you will be older, you will take a younger lover that could be your disciple. But there is so much happiness and joy and romance once you actually are in a connection with somebody. I feel like you can be somebody's best friend. You see these gorgeous rose gold clouds that are being formed in the cup. Like you have a whirlwind of poetry inside of you. You're very romantic and sweet. But there is this problem with being able to be intimately close to somebody and really like passionately falling in love with them. I feel like you are the part of people like in my crew that if you have made this choice, you see, spilling over. Your feelings tend to spill over into other things. Yeah, and you create other things. I'm kind of painting on the table right now with some of the things that have spilled over. And it looks like the branches of a tree or some sort of alien-like shape, or maybe a mountain ridge. Yeah. So if you make a mistake in love, that's okay. It's just a creative redirectioning. You're being redirectioned by the divine. Wow. The older you grow, the more emotional you will become. Maybe when you were younger, you were taught not to be so emotional. You had to be emotionally restrained, or you had to be responsible for the feelings of your parents, especially if you were raised by emotionally immature parents. Let's try it again now after we place more water. Because it's strange, these are not watercolors, they're acrylic, but in your case they're acting like watercolors. And watercolors are quite sensitive. Wow, okay, so yeah, the more effort you put into your love life, you see this whirlwind, this rose gold whirlwind. Beautiful. The more effort you put into your love life, the more creative you are and authentic, and you gather around you a group of unique friends. This is how you are actually going to find your soulmate. Among them, there will be a person that is going to slowly steal your heart and help you heal the way you intimately can open up to somebody. Wow. So I see it here as heart chakra energy, the rose and the gold. It's just this beautiful confidence, the confidence to love, the confidence to feel things. And it looks like a whirlwind that creates a rose. Wow. The planet Jupiter as well. It reminds me of the storms on the planet Jupiter. So Jupiter and Uranus, lucky surprises. Your love life is unique, spontaneous. It's very hard to predict it. And you need to have adventures. You need to travel. You need to learn. You may need to study some religions, have some sort of moments of spiritual awakening. Definitely the path towards your soulmate is a spiritual one. Okay, and I think I'm gonna end it here. Wow, the whirlwind is just gorgeous. I'm going to end the reading here. I want to keep it short and sweet. I hope I have inspired you to pick up some colors and do some painting by yourself. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for playing along. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, my loves. Hey, group 3, welcome to episode 6. Welcome to your energy color reading. This is the final installment in the Unfinished Love Story series, and this is for those of you, my burnt Sienna crew, those of you that have made this choice, this color choice, at least 2 times when you were watching the series, or if this is the first time when you stumble upon this pickacard, you may have been naturally drawn towards this beautifully rich, earthy, kind of brown reddish color. Now please ignore the mess over here. It's mostly because I've been doing the previous 2 readings. We are going to get messy and creative in this reading today. But before I jump into your specific reading, I need to tell you that you have a mail from the universe, yeah, in a beautiful package. When we open it, we see here the oracle card of Brunhilde and Siegfried. And we see here their love story, which may potentially match the love story that would fit best with your personality, with your temperament, with what you're trying to visualize. Let me tell you a little bit about this love story in case this is the first time you're hearing of it. So, the Valkyrie Brunhilde was the favorite child of her father, Wotan, divine ruler of the gods and goddesses. Brunhilde angered Wotan by betraying him when she was moved by mortal Siegmund's story of love. For the first time in her life, Brunhilde understood the power of love as she listened to Siegmund's story, which made her strong enough to go against her father's will. So she agreed to help Siegmund, although Wotan had ordered her not to. This betrayal has actually led Brunhilde to find her own true love with Siegfried, who is actually the son of Siegmund. So by helping a man whose story touched her heart, she actually found the path to her soulmate, Siegfried. So this is about acts of kindness, and this is about acting on what you feel. And maybe these are some of the characteristics of your love energy and the path towards finding your own soulmate. Now let me squeeze a little bit of this color so we can dive straight into the reading. I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to choose, let's see which one. Let's choose this brush. Okay, so now I'm going to try to give you some signs and some symbols. Let me just pull the camera in a little bit more. I'm going to give you some signs and symbols related to what you need to know in order to manifest love in your specific life. How can this mythic love story contribute to your love energy? Let's see. Okay, heavy feelings, very passionate feelings. I see here intensity, Pluto and Mars. You may have a Venus conjunct Mars, Venus-Pluto conjunction as well. I see here a B, a D. I see a smiley face as well. Kind of like a creepy smiley face, a person who may enjoy slashers, romantic movies, but also gore movies. You may actually go with your soulmate to see these kind of movies. You may have a passion for movies and specific types of films of that genre. Exactly. So that was the bus. Something is coming in. Alarm, alarm. Bells, it rings, are tolling. I feel there's a sense of urgency. In your love life, you tend to fall for people who come at you hot and fast. And you may also be quite hot and fast. You move very quickly in love. There's almost no traces left. Or people that love you leave no traces because you're done and on with the next one very fast. You love falling in love. You love being considered hot. You love being chased. You love being admired. You love the thrill that you get in your belly whenever you get in touch with a new person. Whenever you meet somebody new, it's like, oh, could they be the one? And sometimes this is actually much more exciting to you than actually meeting the one and falling in love. Yeah, I definitely feel like sparks are flying here. I see almost like a sandworm, like the one in June. Let's see, let's put some more color in here. If we put like a dollop, what happens? Poof. Yeah, it's you surprise lovers. People come in and out of your life with force, with speed, with resilience. There is kind of like a chilly energy, like hot and spicy. But you crave for something more stable. A part of you really wants to hold on to a really hot person and just be with that individual, rather than having these maybe one-night stands, maybe crushes, maybe just moments when you have these infatuations with specific people. I see here that you had at least 5 crushes or 5 moments of deep infatuation in your life, and I cannot speak anymore. Some of you are feeling called out. There's no shame in that. Everybody has crushes and infatuations and one-night stands. Don't worry. Most people do, but they don't talk about it, so don't worry, okay? It's just a facade. I see here things being left to ruin, ashes, dust, oak, an oak on fire. I see here 2 children coming up. Maybe you have 2 children. Maybe this is you and a sibling trying to reconnect, or you grew up with a sibling that left a really big imprint on how you perceive your romantic life. I'm trying to make swirls, that's why I'm pointing to the water. it's hard for you to find a flow, to find something that connects. It could be that you have attractions towards people that look very different. You may be thinking, I don't have a physical pattern. I don't have a type that I tend to fall in love with. But there may be a psychological pattern here. People that look very different, they may come from different cultures. You crush on them, you enter connections with them, believing that they will be different, but there is a pattern here. I see here angry arguments. Definitely, I see at the head of a fury. And furies would come into in battle. They would come to scare warriors usually. Very strong Mars energy, very strong Pluto energy, stealth tactics. You are feeling that sometimes your person is being stolen away from you by another vengeful lover. It could be that you also fantasize about getting revenge. There is a feeling here of stealing my person, or I'll steal your person. Competition, fierce competition with other members of the same gender as you over a specific type of person. I'm also hearing a flower of life, and nothing will come out of a castle built on hot lava. So be careful about intense, lusty attractions, because those are not the solid foundation of a good relationship, although they can be intoxicatingly good. But they may lead to ashes and ruin. Some of you are taking iron supplements. You're actually trying to bring more of this martial quality in your life, this martial energy. Some of you are dreaming of the planet Mars and terraforming the planet. Yeah, it could be that you may have a baby that actually goes to Mars. Okay, look, we're finally making some swirls. I see a face of a woman with very long hair and dreamy eyes. I see a ridge. I see a river, and I hear Ireland. A soulmate that may come from Ireland. My cat began drinking water profusively. Water, the need for more water, the need for more compassion. Oh, exactly. I just accidentally spilled it. Whoa. So yeah, that's my table at the moment. So the need for more compassion, the need for more forgiveness, softer feelings, kinder feelings, not everything so hey-ho all at once. Let's just do it. Let's have it. Let's get it. Let's go. You know, it's forceful. It's too much. Oh, okay. I see a person with a sleepy eye, or a crooked eye, or an eye that maybe it's a glass bead. I see here at least 3 opportunities in love coming your way. I see a bikini, a 2-piece bikini suit, and a corset. I see the tail of a whale, and I'm hearing Zambia. Whale watching? Can you do that? Can you whale watch in Zambia? I have no idea. I've never been there. But I clearly see the tail of a whale. I'm sure that you can see it too. I also see a rabbit, a woodland brown rabbit jumping over a hurdle. A person with a child. It could be a pet. Somebody taking care of someone else. And as you take on the responsibility of care and you do things with a little bit more restraint and patience, everything multiplies in your love life. You're going to meet your soulmate by making a commitment to take care of somebody. This can be an elderly parent. This can be you adopting a child or adopting a pet. As you do this, as you take on the responsibility to care, your soulmate will be so drawn to your heart energy that will be unlocked by the fact that you have a new relationship that you are responsible for in this lifetime. they too may have a similar person that they need to take care of, a dependent. Yes, Africa. Your soulmate could come from Africa. You may meet this person in Africa. I see these very, I don't know if they're called baobabs. Is that the way it's, or desert trees? They're very popular in the Serengeti. They're very dry trees with these big corollas. I'm sorry guys, I'm not that good at botany, although I love it. It's my passion, but I'm still learning a lot about it. So yeah, nonetheless, I see a desert-like, typically African tree that is kind of protecting you, protecting this love. Okay, I don't want to make this reading too long. I'm going to end it here on this beautiful note of protection. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Thank you for playing along. Thank you for your wonderful energy. I cannot wait to see my next one. Bye. Hey, group 4. Hello, welcome to your color energy reading. This is for my raw Umber crew. Those of you who have selected this color at least twice, as part of the series, if you have been playing along, or if you're new to this pick a card reading, maybe this is the first time you see the color and you have fallen in love with it and you want a reading with it. So I'm going to be using this color to try to help you understand some signs and symbols and synchronicities related to your love energy and how you can manifest the love of your dreams. So before I do that, I need to help you understand what mythic love story could serve as a good role model for your love life. So you've got mail from the universe. It came in this beautiful packaging. Let's open it up and see what is the love story of your dreams. Well, this is the love story card number 21. This is the World, or the Triumph card in the specific deck. And it is the love story between Dionysus and Ariadne. So Princess Ariadne helped Theseus slay the Minotaur by teaching him to use a golden thread as a path within the labyrinth where the Minotaur lived. Ariadne thought they would live together forever, but Theseus abandoned her upon the island of Naxos. Bereft as she was, Ariadne did not know she was fated for a greater love. Dionysus, the god of partying, the god of divine intoxication, fell madly in love with her as he watched her suffer. He loved Ariadne for her passionate bravery and loyalty. And now, as a goddess by marriage, she went on to live in blissful triumph with her immortal husband. So it may be that your love life contains a separation, a really big breakup, a divorce. Maybe you tried love and love broke you up. It broke your heart. It completely shattered your beliefs. And because you have chosen this mythic love story, I see that there's hope for you to meet an even greater love after a pretty tough breakup. Dionysus and Ariadne stand as a testament that love is possible, and that even a player, even a party goer, because Dionysus, you know, he's also associated with the god Bacchus. He is the god of grapevines, partying, celebrations, intoxication, alcohol, you know. So you can imagine that even a party animal like him, if he managed to open up his heart and fall in love with a woman that was heartbroken, well, anything is possible then, right? You may need to tame a couple of bad boys until you meet the love of your life, and you will be able to reform him. Okay, yeah, that is the dream, right? So now I'm going to take this raw umber, and please ignore what is happening here because it's basically the effect of my previous readings. I'm going to squeeze some of this color. Yeah. It's super funny because they look a little bit like a tiny turd, but you know, the things we need to do for art. I'm going to bring the camera in closer so you get to see the color as it dissolves into the water. I think I'll choose this specific brush. So let's begin. I'm curious because raw umber is the darkest shade of the four, and it should make the most contrast Let's see if it clouds the water really quickly or if it needs a couple. Okay. So I can see here rushing, making a lot of mistakes in love because of rushing. Wow, I see here a volcano erupting, lava. I also see a man walking towards something. It could be that the love of your life, your soulmate, is walking towards you after there was a complete reorganization of their life. Oof, I accidentally made this dot here. I see a fountain, a woman sitting next to a fountain in a park. It could be that you will meet your soulmate as you are near a fountain in a park, and this person is walking towards you, coming to ask you something. We see here a cloud. I see here the head of a ram, Aries energy. You may meet your soulmate during spring, during Aries season. For some of you, your soulmate is a farmer. I am just noticing that the music I was playing in the background changed, and now I hear like meadow, birds chirping. It's beautiful, but it's also strange because all of a sudden this happened in your reading. Yes, for some of you, I feel like it will be autumn. So spring or autumn, right? They're opposite seasons depending where you are placed in the world. For some of you in the northern hemisphere, potentially when it's spring, you'll meet this person. For others of you, when it's autumn in the southern hemisphere, or vice versa. So look out for spring and autumn as periods. I see a boat, a crest, a family crest, heirloom. I see a UFO. Please tell me you see it. It's a UFO or a very large hat, almost like a sombrero type hat. Maybe you'll travel to Mexico. Maybe you will listen to some mariachi music. There will be a mariachi band playing when you will meet this person. UFOs could represent a shared knowledge of the occult. You like mysteries, you like to solve problems. For some reason, I'm only painting the rim with you. I don't know why. It's kind of like you don't want something that is too deep, too intense, too passionate. You want a love in which you are each other's best friends. Yeah, because maybe you have been really hurt in love. I see a shell and a woman riding a shell. I have to say that in your reading, I don't know if it's because I got some experience with the other piles, but messages are coming in like pouring, like I can barely speak. I see a jet surfer, like somebody using a jet surfer to reach this woman that is on a rock that looks like a shell. A woman surrounded by a shell. It's also Venus, Aphrodite, the goddess of love. The sun signs of Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus. I also feel that Venus here could represent Greece, and especially Mykonos for some reason, because of the island in the story. Yeah, I see the ground shaking beneath your feet. I see a wheel. I also see Mercedes. I see the sign of the logo of Mercedes. Maybe you drive a Mercedes, your person will drive a Mercedes. I see a penguin. The penguin is your animal spirit. Penguins made for life, imperial penguins at least. And the father takes really good care of the children while the mother goes hunting. So it could be that your soulmate is going to become the nurturing parent while you will be the provider. Expect some reversed gender roles. I see here a man embracing a woman very passionately as she's cooking. I see here somebody with very beautiful dark eyes, like almost to the point where they're black. Very beautiful, and very stylish glasses as well for some of you. Somebody will notice you before you notice them. Somebody will stare at you. I see a head of an eagle. The eagle represents soaring to new spiritual heights, the next level of a shamanic rebirth. But I associate eagles with America, as a symbol for America, because you see the head of the eagle in a lot of American institutions. deluge, a downfall. I see a village on a hill. Some of you will actually decide when you meet your soulmate, to be more precise, when you meet your soulmate, you will decide to work on a farm together at the countryside. You're gonna leave the big city and you're gonna work together. You're gonna have this really beautiful passion project to restore, revive an old house, or live a more simple, quiet life. So you will both maybe sell your homes in the big city, you'll quit your jobs and you'll move on a farm and you will work there. I see walnut. Somebody may come from a university that has a walnut or some sort of nut, peanut as well as some sort of logo. Like I know, for example, Vanderbilt University in America has a nut. It reminds me of that. Anything else? I see an asterisk. You will see a lot of asterisks. Like these kind of like signs. Let me just like this, you know. When you'll meet your soulmate. You may lose a parent around the time when you meet your soulmate. I see your sibling taking care of you, or if you don't have a sibling, there's a nurse taking care of a dying parent. And it will be a deep moment of, on one hand, you will experience the loss of a loved family member. And on the other hand, your life will be blooming because you have fallen in love deeply. So as one part of your family is dying, another part of your family life is growing. It will be quite intense, but it will be a beautiful blessing, a beautiful save moment. You may disagree with your sibling over something. I see a pot of flowers on a table. Maybe interior decoration or wanting to make your life a bit more beautiful. And all hell is breaking loose outside. It's a Friday afternoon, guys, and it seems like the police, the ambulance, is just overwhelmed, guys. Sorry about that. I am actively saving money to move out of this place because it's been torture to live here. Anyway, I should count my blessings, right? Maybe this is also like you will go through certain relationships that will feel a little bit like torture, that you will just have to endure before you meet your person. I see a vial of perfume. I see a fan, one of those fans that you use in a fireplace to make the fire even hotter. You may have to go through a lot of drama, intensity, relationships in which you will just have to endure before you meet your soulmate, and then you will have blissful peace in your life. You see how quiet all of a sudden everything went, all the alarms stopped as I was saying this. Okay, I have to say I haven't been using that much of the raw umber, but I feel naturally called to end the reading here. Coffee bean kisses. This has been the color energy reading that I have for you at the moment. I want to keep it short and sweet. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that the myth of Dionysus and Ariadne can inspire you to love again. I cannot wait to see my next one. Thank you for playing along. Bye bye, my love.